Hello everybody and welcome back to Vegas Sports Talk. And I would like to start off with a few things. So one, I don't think you can see on the camera, but my whiteboard's dented. And that is because of my brother stepping on it. Pushed his right foot into it real hard, dented it. So a new whiteboard's on its way. I ordered one right after that happened. This time not after the Rebel game, as I mentioned. And ever since he stepped on it, the Rebels went downhill. And also, you might be wondering, why aren't you wearing a Rebel shirt? They don't deserve my effort to put on a new shirt, okay? They don't deserve it. Because they're losers tonight. So, in the first half, there's a sloppy start by both teams in the first 2 minutes. I think the Rebels are up like 5-2. And because Amari Hardy hit a three, 1,087 games, good solid defense by the Rebels at that point. The Boise State Broncos could not make anything. There was a 7-2 run for the Rebels at the 16:09 mark, and the Rebels were up by 3 at the under 16. Okay, fine. So the Rebels come down to the 3, so they make it 10-4. They make it 10-4. Then Boise hits the 3, 10-7. Then there was a 5-0 Boise State run, so it's 10-9 for the Rebels. There was then 3 straight 3-point attempts. They missed all 3 in a row, and that was by Jonah. Terrible shot selection by the Rebels. Jonah Antonio had a terrible night tonight, and you'll see that when I get to the second half, because I had some words. The game was tied at 13 with 12 minutes left in the first half. That was a 4-0 Boise State run, and that's when the game switched. There was back and forth action. Game's tempo was speeding up, 20-17 Boise State. Then UNLV was playing really sloppy on offense and committing too many fouls. The fouls at that point were about 7-3. And as you can see down here, 25-17 for the game. So a lot of whistles tonight. Boise State was in the bonus with 6:17 left. And then there was still sloppy play. Already 7 UNLV turnovers with 5 minutes remaining in the first half. And they had 10 in that half. They had 10. 10 turnovers in 20 minutes. That's terrible. So, the Rebels had an and one to make it 22-25. Then there was an Alston layup, 27-22. He went off tonight. He went off. And there was already 8 Rebel turnovers. The fouls were 9-4. Then there was a 5-0 Rebel run after a Tillman layup. He had an and one. He missed the free throw. He got the rebound. They set up the offense and he made a 3. So it's 20-27 Boise State. But Jonah had 3 fouls. Why is he still in there? 3 fouls in the first half. He needs to be out for about that whole half and probably halfway through the second half, if you ask me. And he wasn't even playing well. So it wasn't like he was playing good defensively. He's a liability on defense. He cannot guard anyone and he cannot shoot to save his life tonight. Tillman misses layup. There was a shot clock violation. Jessup hit a 3. He has the most threes in Boise State history at 276. Congratulations to him. He played good tonight. Then there's a 3 by Alston in the half to go up 5. And that was a huge momentum kill for the Rebels. If they were able to go in the half down by 2, this game would have been totally different. So at halftime, it's 36-31 Boise State. There's 11 turnovers for UNLV. And then I wrote down, Jonah was having a terrible game. He was shooting bad threes and not going for loose balls. There was a ball that replay went off with a Boise State player, but he could have easily got it. He could have dove and got it, but he just backed up. He backed up, and he let it go out, and the referees gave it to Boise State. Terrible. That's what TJ was preaching, effort, and he did not show tonight, and yet he still stayed in the game. I said he needed to get him out of the game now. He was 0-6 from 3 at that point. Then there was a 10-point lead for Boise State, 46-36. There was 2 threes in a row for Jessup, and they needed to get Jonah out, I put, because he was a liability on defense. 46-37 Boise State lead at the under 16 tonight. UNLV momentum was killed because of Jonah's D3 down 4. The Rebels had the ball down 4. They were on a 5-0 run at that point, and he chucks up a 3 from 24 feet out. Why? It's not like he was shooting well either. The teams exchanged the baskets. The Rebels were 4-17 from 3 at that point, 22%. But Coleman was playing really hard on the offensive and defensive end. He has really stepped his game up. There was a 13-5 Boise State Runnin in a span of 5 minutes and 13 seconds. It was a 12-point lead for Boise State, 53-41. And Rebels had a chance, but they blew a much-needed win. And this win could have been huge for the Rebels' confidence. But now, I bet they're going to go into Wyoming and they're going to lose. They're going to come out of this road trip 0-2. I just have that feeling. I hope I'm wrong. If they go 1-1 on this road trip, that's perfectly fine, 4-1. But I just have a feeling they're going to lose at Laramie on Saturday against an 0-5 Cowboy team. So back to the game. Hardy was ice cold. Boise State was up 10 with 10 minutes left. There was a good layup by Hamilton. The Rebels are out of control at that point. Tillman fouls Jessup on a 3. That was 4 fouls on Tillman. And then 7-point Boise State lead with 7 time remaining. The refs bailed out the Broncos multiple times in this game. It would have been a fast break for the Rebels, where that would have changed it from a 7-point game to a 5-point game. The refs bailed them out on that. Austin had 25 at that point. 4 run in the last 30 seconds to make an 11-point lead. The classic Rebels on the road I put down. That's always what the Rebels do on the road. They give up their best player scoring 26 on them tonight. And then I said Tillman fouls out with 5:55 left. And why does TJ have him in there still? That's what I put down. I was so confused. There was a 6-0 Boise run. Then the Rebels cut the lead to 6 with 3:34 left. Offensive rebound off of a missed free throw for Boise State. And they got it and they scored on it. The Rebels needed that rebound. If they would have got that rebound, that game would have been totally different the last 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Maybe they get a 3. It's a 3-point game, and the Rebels could have came back. But no, they score a basket. It's an 8-point lead. It's over. The Rebels could have not get a stop on defense. Hamilton layup to make it 65-59 with 2:30 left. And the Rebels could not get a rebound on that next defensive possession. There was 4 offensive rebounds for Boise State on that one possession. They called a timeout, all by the same guy. All under the basket. The Rebels either did block out, they did not block out, and that was their faith right there. That sealed their faith. A terrible defense by the Rebels on an inbounds play. They have an easy layup. The Rebels are down 8. Finally, Jonah makes a 3. With freaking 2 minutes left in the game. That he made $10 a night for his Australian wildfire. And I really support him for doing that. But he was shooting way too many threes tonight that were uncharacteristic of him. And then, so the Rebels are down 5 with 109 remaining. And I wanted them to foul. But the Rebels do not foul. And Jessup hits a dagger 3 from 24 feet out with 1 second left on the shot clock. And then I put, that is why the Rebels need to foul with 109 remaining. So if they do give up 2 free throws, it's a 7-point game with 1:05 left, not an 8-point game with 30 seconds left. Rebels had to push a little too late. The final score is 73-66 for the Broncos. The Broncos are now 3-2 now, where the Rebels are 3-1. The Rebels will go on the road on Saturday at Wyoming for a clock tip. And they need that win. The Cowboys are 0-5. I'm pretty sure last time I checked, Nevada was losing at San Jose State. So the Rebels could still be tied for second in the conference. So if they win on Saturday, it will be huge. 4-1, 1-1 on that road trip. And it was fine because they were not favored to win this game anyways. I said they were going to lose by 8. They lost by 7. I just have a gut feeling that the Rebels are going to lose on Saturday. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe they come out really strong out of the 8s. If they win, they're 4-1. Then they play San Jose State and then New Mexico. That could be 6-1 before they go to Nevada. Box scores. Boise State was 42% from the field, 8 of 19 from 3, 23 out of 31 free throws, 35 rebounds, 13 turnovers, 17 fouls. The Rebels are 37.7% from the field, 6 of 25 from 3. That's under 25% again. Free throws there, 14 of 19. Rebounds 36, turnovers 14, 10 of those came in the first half. So the second half was a lot cleaner. They had 25 fouls. So the keys of the game I had on here for UNLV to win, they had to win the rebound battle. They won that by 1. So I give them a check for it, although it should not technically be a check. 2, I said they need to limit Boise State to under 40%. That did not happen. Nope. So that's an X. They need to make 35% from 3. Nope, not even close. That's another X. And I said they needed to limit Austin to 15 points or fewer. Nope, 26. Nope. And Jessup and Kibag had a great game as well. And I said the Rebels need to limit the turnover to under 12. They did not get that, so they went 1 out of 5 on the keys of the game. And this is how you lose on the road in conference play. You cannot play this sloppy and expect to win against a Boise State team that just lost at Arena, who was hungry tonight. They were the tougher team, they were the stronger team, and they were the better coach team tonight. So, thank you guys so much for watching. There's a Vegas Go Night game tomorrow, so make sure to check that out. And leave a comment. Do you think the Rebels will win at Wyoming on Saturday? Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys again soon.